Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Wisdom Delights, and today we are going to be talking about 6 signs that we are riding through the planetary storm. Oh my god, it's really difficult, intense time as far as the planets are going. Things are going haywire, planets are getting like retrograde, combust, eclipses are happening. This month of July is going really crazy. So I really wanted to bring it in front of you and wanted to let you know what are we dealing with at this point of time, and what are the best ways we can get through this challenging period in our lives, especially for the people who are running very difficult mahadashas and antardashas, and if those planets are involved in this ride. So I would like to talk about that with you. So if you're new to my channel, please subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, hit the like button and share with your friends and family. So now let's go to the 6 signs. What are the 6 signs that show that the time period is really tough, and what the planets are doing, and like what is your sun doing in your birth chart, what is your Saturn doing in your birth chart, what is Jupiter and Mars doing now. So the very first sign I would like to talk about is the retrograde motion of the planets. So do you know how many planets are retrograde at this point of time? If you know that, just comment it in the comment section below. So let me tell you: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 3. So 3 major planets are at this time retrograde. So Mercury actually started its retrogression just yesterday on July 7th, and it's going to be retrograde up until 31st of July. So I made a video about Mercury retrograde as well. So like things are going crazy in here now. Mercury is representing your mind, your thoughts, your actions, like your communications, your paperwork, anything to do with social media and all those things. Like what I'm hearing is crazy news, like what people are doing with this. So if you're making YouTube videos, or you're running a YouTube channel, the chances are that you can come across really crazy comments. Like people are not thinking before they are commenting. Their brain are going crazy, like especially if they have Mercury sitting alone in their birth chart, in the natal chart, and especially if they're running the Antardasha or Mahadasha of Mercury at this time. I mean, they are not thinking for the consequences. So that's what I'm hearing and I'm seeing with many people it's happening. Now that's like Mercury is really getting really intense. Your communications in your business and profession is like, you have to be very careful of that. Your communications with your co-workers, your team members, so important that you stay polite. Don't raise any topic or any issue that can put you in a situation of conflict. And with your younger siblings as well, make sure you just don't get into any kind of argumentative communication at this point. So Mercury retrograde is very intense, and Mercury is telling you what, go back in time, see what you left and do that now. I mean, Mercury is trying to tell you that stay away from curiosity, from gossip. And because it's already like, it's a natural inquisitive planet. He wants to explore, he wants to know. And especially people with sales and marketing profession, they have to be very careful with as far as the communications go with their clients. If they're writing an email, Be very careful to when you're writing an email, what to write in the email. Be very careful when you're making a phone call, what you're saying with your clients. So this Mercury, now this is not only the Mercury retrograde here we are talking about. The next planet that is retrograde I'm going to talk about is Jupiter also. Jupiter is the guru. Jupiter is the teacher. It's the wisdom giver. This is the most benefic planet one can have in their birth chart, in their natal charts, right? So with the Jupiter, the retrograde motion of Jupiter started April 10th. And the best part is that it's like it has crossed like almost 3 months of retrogression. This is the very intense last month of Jupiter retrogression. So Jupiter is retrograde up until around about August 11. So another 1 month is left before it start to get stationary and then start to be progressive and direct motion. So Jupiter is also here trying to teach us some lessons. Jupiter is saying that if you have done anything wrong in the past, I am giving you the opportunity to go back and correct it. I'm giving you the opportunity to make up with anybody you messed up before. I'm giving you the opportunity to be humble. I'm giving you the opportunity to be more spiritual. I'm giving you the opportunity to respect your elders if you have made any mistakes before. So Jupiter is going retrograde here, and it also will depend upon your birth chart what kind of placement Jupiter has. So if it is like the Lord of Dusthana sitting in another Dusthana, it may not understand because it has got the basic negative traits from by lording the Dusthana house, and it is sitting in another Dusthana. It says I'm still powerful. In that case, your Jupiter might not act like it should. It will act like the opposite. So, and then this phase is getting intense day by day up until 13th of July, 14th of July, and going up until 16th, 17th. So now the next planet that is retrograde is Saturn. And Saturn is started the retrograde motion on April 30th, and it's going to last up until September 18th. And Saturn also is a teacher. So Saturn is a planet that takes the test before and gives the lesson later on. So afterwards you learn what Saturn wanted to teach you. And especially right now, when Saturn is retrograde with 2 teachers, along with the retrograde motion of 2 teachers. So 3 planets, all 3 of them are teachers, gurus. They want to teach us lessons. They want to tell us, do the right thing, move on the right path. So with that is something like the retrograde thing is happening. Now Saturn is here just giving you the opportunity to correct your actions. So the 2 benefic, Jupiter and Mercury, are retrograde, and 1 malefic, Saturn, is retrograde. So Saturn is trying to teach you here that, if you go back in time, if you correct your actions, then I will give you good, fruitful results. But if you don't do that, or if you go back and try to mess up things even further, then I'm waiting for the time when I'm going to give you the results, the fruits of your actions. So if you are running some benefic period at this time and you are not utilizing it properly, you are not utilizing it for the bigger cause, for the bigger dharma, for the righteousness, then the Saturn is going to get you at a later point. Now again, Mars is the second, like this was the very first sign of how like we are running through the planetary storm. The retrogression is like really, really intense here. You are not able to take the right decisions. So now with that, Mars is in the sign of debilitation and you feel so powerless. You are having some kind of miscommunication and disagreements with your like sisters and brothers, like your siblings, especially your brothers, your cousins, your team members. So Mars has lost its like control and power. He wants to act, but Mars is not able to act here. So this is like, it's like when you want to do something. Okay, I want to do this. Like somebody has harmed you. You want to take an action about it. But at this point, your Mars is telling you, no, you cannot. Or it's something like, you want to act, you want to, like somebody has done something in the past with you. And you're trying and trying and trying, but your frustration is building up so much, so high. Your frustration is building up completely. So this is really, really difficult point at this time. Like you are getting distracted from what you should do. Your spiritual purpose of life, you're just getting distracted from that. So this is going to be in the sign of debilitation. Mars is from June 22nd it started. So we are somewhere like we're getting closer to the middle of that phase. But it's going to be in debilitation up until August 9. So there's one more month to go. Like the intensity, the difficulty is, piling up. Now that's the second thing. Now the third sign is that how we are, riding through the planetary storm. Now Venus here. We all know about Venus. We want to enjoy, we want to have pleasure, we want to enjoy the life, we want to gain money, have lots of money to spend extravagantly. So here our Venus is telling us, well, I am combust, I am burning. So it's closely conjunct with Sun somewhere starting July 13th. Now that's the period when it's getting even further intense, even further difficult. Like you feel so much helpless. So from July 13th up until the end of September and going up until October 14th, Venus is going to be in the phase of combustion. Very close with Sun. And I made a video about Venus combustion. So what I will do is I will put a link of that video in the comments, in the description box below. And I will also put a video of Mercury retrograde that I made for all 12 ascendants. And that I will put it in the description box below. So you can take a look at that as well. So what I mean to say is Venus combustion here is like really, really giving hard time, especially in the relationships. Like you are having too much argumentation. You feel suppressed in relationship. And there are so many, disagreements are occurring at this point in relationships. Your ex-spouse, your ex-partner is trying to be very revengeful. He is not able to see your charm. He's not able to see your beauty at this time. He wants to suppress you. He or she. because sun is basically the male figure usually, and Venus represents the feminine energy. So sun represents the masculine energy, as I also mentioned in the other video that I made about Venus combust. So that is something what is happening at this point. Venus wants to like stay, you know, in like stay very delicate, very fragile, very soft. But the sun is trying to suppress Venus at this time. So that's what is happening in the relationships. There's going on a power struggle. Who wants to win? I want to win. So then these three planets, you know, first like when we see that Mercury, Jupiter and Saturn are actually encouraging you to go back and see what you missed and where you have to go back and correct and redo things and initiate what you did not do at the first place. And at the same time, you know, Venus is like combust, and Venus is telling you, well, I don't want to do anything. I just want to relax. I want to enjoy. I don't want to get into too much of stuff at this point. So, and then another thing comes. As we are dealing with these things, on 13th July, after the Venus combustion starts, there comes the lunar eclipse on July 16th and July 17th. Now, both the luminaries, sun and moon, are both involved in this eclipse. So even though the sun is in friendly sign of Cancer, it's getting into the friendly sign of Cancer, but it cannot help much with your moon at this time, because it's going to be the lunar eclipse. Moon is going to be covered under the shadow. So the light is unable to pass through your soul to your subconscious mind, and you are having 10,000 challenges in your mind and talking a right decision, like about taking the right decisions. Like you are not able to take the right decisions about many major aspects of your life. So like if you're in business, you are facing like some really chronic challenges at this time. Your enemies are trying to harm you. They are throwing constant attacks, and you feel there is so much opposition happening at the same time. So then there comes the opposition part here. Now the fifth sign that shows that, you know, we are getting through to the planetary storm is that Saturn, Ketu are very closely conjunct and giving the feeling of abandonment, giving the feeling of like letting go of the grudges, giving the feeling of let go of the past, giving the feeling that try and create an opportunity to bury the unpleasant people, bury the unpleasant situations and bad experiences that you have had. But remember, Mars is combust at this time. He is not giving you the rest. Like Mars is like, I want to do it, but Mars is helpless. Because Saturn and Ketu are giving you the idea to let go. It's making you feel like you don't want to do anything at this point. You don't want to take any action. And on the other hand, the sixth sign is that Venus and Rahu are very closely conjunct. Now, on one side, Saturn and Ketu are conjunct at the same degree, that is 22 or 23 degrees. And on the other side, Venus and Rahu are conjunct and aspecting Saturn and Ketu. So Saturn and Ketu are conjunct in the sign of Sagittarius, whereas Venus and Rahu are conjunct in the sign of Gemini. So these four planets are actually in direct opposition of each other, degreically, about 22 degrees. So you need to imagine the level of weak, how weak Venus is at this point. You have so much, nice things around you, beauty around you, but you are not able to relish it. You are not able to enjoy it at this time. Rahu is making you even more frustrated because Rahu is so closely conjunct with Venus. Rahu wants Venus to have pleasure, enjoy, get money by hook or by crook, and damage other people if in that process. But Venus is like, it's aspected by Saturn. It aspected by Ketu. He's like, let go of the material desires. I don't want to do anything. I just feel like I need to let go. I don't like this material possessions. I don't like this luxurious life. I don't like the, banking hoardings and like all the money and pleasure we are trying to seek in this world. So this whole month is like crazy. So this is getting really, really intense. By July 16th, 17th, and 18th, Venus is going to be very, very uncomfortable. And it is not only going to enter the phase of combustion by, as I said before, like by around July 13th, but also surrounded by 3 malefics. And it seems totally crushed. It won't let you have a crush on anyone because it itself is crushed. And it cannot express. Now, with all that going on, there is also a very auspicious day coming, which will help us to, come out of this roller coaster, this stormy, haywire situation of the planets. That is July 16th, and that is itself on the day of eclipse. So what is happening here is it's a very auspicious day of Guru Purnima. It's the day of your guru, your teacher, the wisdom giver. So here what you need to do is like come out of this whole situation, like what's your feeling getting intensified. You want to say things, you want to do things, you are not able to take the right actions in your business, your education is getting hampered, you're getting distracted of things, you're unable to see anybody prosper and grow, you're not able to see the charm of Venus. So many things are happening, and whoever is doing that to you, and to protect yourself from those people as well, you need to do that as well. If you have that light in yourself, then you know how to protect yourself. I mean, keep yourself away from all that kind of rubbish. So with that, you need to first of all get off your high horses. Be humble. Be very gentle. Remember, this is just a phase. And the Guru Purnima is going to be the really, really best opportunity for those who want to come out of this situation and turn negative into the positive. So what they can do is, like, as I said, stay humble. Eat your humble pie. And donate to the poor, donate to the needy, donate to the people who have been already, suppressed by the life situations. So another thing you can do is donate milk in the temple. Pour milk to Shivalinga. Give sweets to children. Because this moon is really difficult, and on the other side eclipse is going on, Venus is in the combust situation. You want to give the boost to your good planets. All the good planets, you need to give the boost to make them work in a positive direction for you. And the most important for Guru Purnima, the mantra that you should be chanting. Everyone at least one mala of Guru mantra. Om Gurvei Namah. Om Gurvei Namah. Om Gurvei Namah. Beautiful mantra. This enhances the quality of the most benefic planet in your birth chart, planet Guru. Whether it is a good placement already, whether it's badly posited in your chart. This will give you the power and courage to go through this storm. It will encourage you to stay on the right path. Because when you're getting so much opposition, so much negativity surrounding, it is very difficult to stay in the positive right path, to stay in the path where you should be. So chant this mantra, Om Gurvei Namah, and this will really help you. All right. So guys, I am sure you liked this video, and if you really like the video, hit the like button and subscribe my channel and share this video with your friends and family so that they also understand that how we can go through this stormy situation, this like planetary storm, how to get through this. All right. So I will come back with another video. Till then, have a good day. Bye.